Hi, I'm Emily, the video editor, and on this channel we talk about how to edit aesthetic videos for YouTube and just content creation, business. I've been creating blog posts for the past couple months. I woke up one day with a bunch of video ideas instead of blog post ideas, and I was like,
I better get on YouTube and start talking about this stuff.
Today's video is about how I edit videos all day without getting tired after so much trial and error, honestly, and doing things the wrong way the first time. So let's jump right into it. So the first thing I do was my morning routine. I never really had a morning routine for many years. I kind of just like woke up and lived my life. Now I have things I do every single morning that kind of set me up for the day. So the first thing I do is go into my Bible app and do like a little devotional. I built this habit by going through the Bible like one day at a time for a whole year. So I'm kind of like created this habit of checking that the first thing that I do, even though it's on my phone and I shouldn't be on my phone right when I wake up. And then I go check my journal app. I use day one. I love day one because it shows me what I wrote last year on this day, so I can kind of like check in with my past self. So I find that really helpful. So I'm always checking to see what I wrote last year on this day. And then the third thing is I meditate. This is really short. I use the Calm app and I only do like a 2 to 3 minute meditation just because like literally I can't handle more than that. So I'm kind of building that as a habit. But like in the book Atomic Habits, it talks about habit stacking. So that's basically what I do with my morning routine. I do the Bible, journal, and Calm app right away. And then before I wash my face, I try to work out, but I do it very different than most people in the sense that I do a really short workout. I only work out for one song. I pick a song that's at least 3 minutes long. Another thing I used to do was drink like 7 cups of coffee every day. I don't do that anymore because it makes you completely crash by like 2 p.m. I don't even know how I did that, honestly. Like now I have 1 cup of coffee and I cap it at that. And then I try to switch to kombucha or matcha or something. This is my matcha right now. And I brought up a little packet of what I use. I love the mushroom matcha latte blend. It's my first time filming in a long time, so bear with me. Limiting caffeine, having like 100 milligrams of caffeine a day, which is like a cup, it helps me manage my creative energy. Another thing that I need every single day, and my kids also need this if they go on their tablets, but blue blockers. Now I got these ones for really inexpensive. It came in a 3-pack, a clear, a pink, and I think like a black. And I got these on Amazon. I don't know why I was buying expensive blue blockers before because honestly, these are just as good and they're stylish, they're pink. Yeah, I love these. And this is something that keeps me from getting headaches. And like, if you have to stare at a screen all day, it's really tough on your eyes. And so I recommend blue blockers. They make a huge difference, especially if you're editing into the night. Going to bed and looking at blue light right before that is like not gonna help your melatonin. The next point is consistency. So I think when you're editing a video or editing for someone else, in my case, it's kind of easier after the 6-month mark to like fall into a rhythm and know the editing choices you're gonna make, because every editor gets a lot of anxiety when they're editing videos because of the sheer amount of choices they have ahead of them. Because when you're just starting to develop someone else's style or your own editing style, I feel like it can take so long to understand the preferences and be able to like replicate it over and over again. But something about that 6-month mark, I mean, honestly, it just kind of reduces the resistance that you have to the edit because you already know some of the choices you're gonna make and you don't have everything just as a big question mark. The next point is diet. And this is kind of goes with my morning drinks because I'm like constantly drinking liquids in the morning, but I intermittent fast until like noon, or at least until I'm at the point in my edit where like I don't have to really do like the mental strenuous work, because I find when I eat, I literally just go to sleep, or my body like wants to process it. Again, not a science person, but apparently your body goes into something called autophagy when you give it a break from food, and it can kind of regenerate your cells. It basically gives your body a break from processing food. Basically the theory is that when we were hunters and gatherers way back in the day, when we would be hungry, we would be hunting food. So your clarity of mind actually increases because you're in this sort of like hunting phase. That's another reason why I think it works for me. It just gives me a lot of mental clarity. I try to push lunch back until 12 or 1, and actually after a couple months your body just gets so used to it that it's kind of what you prefer. And so that's kind of where I'm at now, where I just really love it and I find that I have a lot more mental clarity. Okay, and the last thing I want to talk about is something that involves envisioning yourself the night before. This is the night before. So envisioning myself finishing an edit smoothly, making all the creative choices that I wanted to, being proud of the edit, kind of envisioning that process the night before and trusting that it's going to materialize has been really game-changing, because I feel like half of the time when you're creating content, you're also fighting your doubts and your mindset about like,
can I do this? Is this good enough?
And when you can envision the process going smoothly and easily, I feel like it just gives so much peace of mind, and you don't have to fight yourself when you wake up in the morning. You can just get up and do exactly what you envision. Apart from like the obvious tips of
taking breaks and drinking water,
doing all that stuff, I feel like these are really helpful, actionable, tangible things that help me create content consistently for other people every week, and then for myself too. Yeah, I kind of wanted to open my channel back up talking about that because it's been really helpful to me. I also want to talk about video editing. I work in Final Cut Pro, so if you have questions on Final Cut Pro, let me know. I used to film videos and they used to take me hours. I just filmed this whole thing in 16 minutes. I'm really excited about that. But yeah, I hope you found this helpful, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.